Konnichiwa, yokoso, watashi wa Hedgy. And that's all the Japanese I've got. And if that's wrong, blame Google. In fact, blame Google and me, because I'm probably just, between us, we probably messed it up. This is going to be a long video, apart from the fact that the songs are quite long together. There's also quite a lot of stuff I want to say before I get to the songs. And if you don't want to hear it, just skip to the song. Nobody's keeping you here. But there is a few things I want to say. Firstly, there is a person called Junichi that translates my videos and puts Japanese subtitles underneath. Hang on, let's get it right. There. He does a fantastic job, and at least I think it's a he. Junichi, are you a man? I never thought to check. Well, I'm going to assume you are. He does a fantastic job. Translating stuff is very difficult because you cannot directly translate Japanese into English or English into Japanese, because we use different words for things. We have different phrasing. Our sentence structure is different. So if I take your comments that you've written in Japanese and I put them into Google, which I do, I don't always get something out of Google that makes sense. It translates it into English words, but it doesn't make any sense. So I'm just sat trying to figure out what you're saying. So Junichi can't just translate. Anyone can stick stuff in Google and get a translation. But what Junichi has to do is he has to take what I say and figure out what I mean, and then translate that into a way that is understandable to the Japanese people. And I'm sorry, Junichi, if you're trying to translate this, because this is going to be very long, very long. So he takes these videos and he puts them on his channel, and where they get more hits than mine do. And I don't care. That's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. There is no money involved here whatsoever. I do not make money from this. I do not have monetization switched on my channel. If you see any adverts on any of my videos, it's because the record company has put them there. They are allowed to do that because they own the rights to the music. So, which is, again, fair. It's absolutely fair. It's nothing to do with me. But I make no money from this. So I don't care how many clicks I get for my videos, because I care. I want people to watch them, obviously, but from any kind of me getting something, I'd get nothing. So Junichi, if you do translate this, send me the link to it, and I will put the link under this video so that people can easily see. If they want the Japanese translated version, they can easily go and find it. So I want to say something about fandom and being a super fan of something. Babymetal fans, there is an army of Babymetal fans. That much is obvious. And a section of that army is obsessive. They will find every single video and look at all of the backstory of everyone who's involved in Babymetal at all. And that's obsessive fandom. And I sort of understand obsessive fandom, sort of, because there have been times in my life when I have been kind of obsessed about something. I used to be obsessed about Babylon 5. There's an admission for you. So I kind of relate it to, say, the fans of the Beatles. Now, the Beatles come from literally 20 miles in that direction. From where I live, Liverpool is literally just 20 miles over there. And the Beatles fans would scream all the way through their concerts, just non-stop. Ah! And fainting and stuff. And the Beatles themselves complained that people weren't listening to their music, spending all this time making the music, and then the fans would just scream all the way through it and not hear any of it. So it kind of got to a point where the Beatles were fed up of it. But my point, if I ever get to one, my point is that if you are an obsessive fan of something, you will find, if I say something, or if anyone, not me obviously, but if I say something good, you will all agree with me because you want me to like what you like. And if I say something that you consider to be not good, whether it might not be bad, it just might not be good, you really like fight against it and try and explain why I'm wrong. You are wrong for saying this because you don't. And the reason I'm talking about Babymetal fans, of course, is because this is a Babymetal video. But then, whenever anything is as popular as Babymetal, you will forget the people who hate it because it's more popular than the thing that they like, or it's soaking up all of the attention, or whatever. And they will attack it, and they will attack me if I like it, or if I seem to be giving it too much attention. So fandom is a funny thing. You can't reason with fans because it's not logical. Fandom is not logical. Fandom is an emotional response to something. It's got you. It's like your attraction to a person, or your attraction to your own child or something. It's not logical. It is a feeling that you have no control over, kind of thing. So my objectivity when it comes to Babymetal, I think now, has gone. I started off objective about Babymetal because I didn't have any experience of them. I didn't have the experience of Babymetal's fans. But their fans have been very, very nice. Don't get me wrong. They've been very, very nice, and they've kind of encouraged me along with information, but in a nice way. It's a very gentle fan club, Babymetal, as far as compared to some. Let's put it that way. And I've kind of been carried along by that. So I've done some more Babymetal videos because I'm getting so many requests for them. So why wouldn't I? I would be being awkward. I'd be literally going no, and just being awkward if I didn't do that. But I'm not pandering to Babymetal. I genuinely have changed my mind somewhat. I started off a bit, I'm not so sure, and I've grown to like it. So this video will not be objective. I already kind of know that I'm going to like it, and that's because I'm now predisposed to like it. I'm not one of those crazy fans. I wouldn't dare to call myself a fan. I don't go on the internet and look up information about them. I don't go looking at all the videos. I don't listen to their CDs all of the time or anything like that. It's just something I've discovered, and I've been welcomed by the fan club of Babymetal, and it's changed my opinion on them. So I know that my objectivity has gone, and I already know that I'm probably going to like this because I now sort of know what I'm going to get, and I've got a better understanding of it. And this all came from me wanting to look into Japanese music, all Japanese music. So, I told you this was going to be long. I'm sorry, Junichi, if you're trying to put subtitles under all this. So, our culturally, from the UK to Japan, it's completely different. It's completely different. So there are aspects of it that I cannot understand. I will not understand. You can explain it to me. I will not understand it because it's not part of my culture. So if I do not like something, like I still have a problem with the cute. Is it kawaii? I still have a problem with that because culturally, doesn't fit to an English person's mind. And there'll be English people about to comment, just about to start hammering on their keyboards, telling me how wrong I am, because they are fans. And this is what I'm saying. Being a fan is not a rational decision. It is an emotional response, which is fantastic because that's what music is. It's emotion captured, isn't it? And Babymetal have done something unique where they have crossed cultural boundaries. And I don't know how they've done it. If I did know that, I would be a very rich person because I would go and do it myself. But some things just do not cross cultural boundaries, other Japanese music, and I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to understand, because even if I don't like something, I at least should try to understand it. But there will be some things I will just never, I'm just not capable of getting hold of. So if people are watching this incredibly long speech, who don't like Babymetal, but they go on to see what this guy's got to say about Babymetal, another fan, pandering to the Babymetal people. If you're watching this and you don't like Babymetal and you're predisposed to not liking this already, you need to understand that I'm just an English guy trying to get it, and some things I cannot get, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't watch them or talk about them or tell people that no, I don't like it or I don't understand it or any of that sort of thing. It doesn't make sense for me to edit. That's censorship, isn't it? That's like saying you cannot say anything bad. If you say anything bad, we will cut it out and never show it, I'm sure there are people that do that. They just go and look for stuff that they like and they do a channel so that everything they say is positive and is good. Whereas I only watch things literally for the first time usually, and I tell you what I honestly think. And if I don't like it, it might be because I don't understand it. But so what? I'm just one person on the internet. There are about 3 billion other people on the internet with different opinions. So I am very interested in Japanese music. I think the Japanese music scene is incredibly exciting. They're taking genres from all over and they are making them their own. So they're not producing the same stuff. They're taking stuff and making a Japanese version of it. You see what I mean? So there's like death metal, but it's got a twist. It's got the Japanese twist to it. Or there's power metal and it's a bit Japanese. Galnerius. I love Galnerius. They've taken power metal and they've polished it up and tweaked it into a Japanese version of power metal. Galmet, they're like arch enemy, but they've got that edge to them. Maximum the Hormone. That really blows my mind, and I don't necessarily like it. I wouldn't necessarily, I wouldn't play it in my car or something, but I can see what they're doing. I can get it. Lady Baby, no, sorry, I'm never gonna get that. I'm just not gonna get it. It's just no. But Babymetal has crossed that boundary into for however they've done it. Whether you think they've done it because they are selling out to the West, or whether they've just got this formula that works, or whatever it is, whatever you think is their reason, whatever it is, it works and it's very well done. And from an entertainment point of view, they've cracked it. It is entertainment. They're just so good to watch. It's so entertaining to watch the videos. I still haven't really listened to the CDs because you people keep saying don't listen to them, watch the videos instead. So I'm getting a slightly strange view of them, where I'm not listening to Babymetal in my real life, if you see what I mean. So I'm only seeing them here with you guys, and that's fine because you guys seem to enjoy that and I'm enjoying it, so we're all having fun, so who cares. So this has been incredibly long. speech. And I don't know if it makes sense, but just to finally say before we get onto the video, I have lost my objectivity when it comes to Babymetal. I like them, and I more or less know I'm going to find the good in this video before I even watch it, because that's what happens when you like something. Yeah, should we just move on? This is muted, but not only is it muted, but I have an ad blocker installed, because if I try to play what's it called, Dailymotion videos without an ad blocker, it puts ads into the middle of the video, where it literally stops the video, plays an ad for 30 seconds and then starts the video again. And obviously if we're trying to synchronize up and all of that stuff, it doesn't work. So I have an ad blocker, so when we do the 3, 2, 1 click thing, mine should just play all the way through. If yours doesn't, because you've got adverts in it, we're going to get out of sync. But I installed an ad blocker, just literally for that reason. So hopefully it will work. Okay, now we're ready to do this. Right, we'll do the 3, 2, 1 click thing. Now normally I pause videos when I see something that I want to talk about, and I talk about them. But because we're doing the synchronized thing, I can't pause the video, and this video is very long. So I've actually got a notepad. So if you see me writing something, it's because I want to be able to remember it later if I talk about it. So that's what I'm doing. If you see me writing something, that's what's going on. Anyway, okay, are you ready? So it's 3, 2, 1 click. Okay. 3, 2, 1 click. It's like something from Tron, the film. Dream Theatre. That's so Dream Theater. But brilliant. I wish I could pause this right now and just start talking. That's a lot of people. Coldplay did something very similar with bands that lit up, and it was all synchronized around the stadium. I don't like Coldplay, by the way, but they did that same sort of thing. Ta-da! Okay. Well, there goes all my heavy metal cred. When I do these things, regardless of who the band is, I put my headphones in. These are good quality headphones. So the outside world just disappears, and it's me and whatever I'm watching. And if I watch Ghost Love Score by Nightwish, I get a feeling. And if I watch Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd, I get a feeling, and it builds, and it's that emotional response, isn't it? And watching that, I forgot about you people, and I forgot everything, really. I've basically just had my emotions manipulated, which sounds like a criticism, but it isn't. So the amount of feeling that comes across from that is just a phenomenal amount. So much so that it kind of squeezed a tear out of my eye. Like I said, my heavy metal credentials have gone, haven't they? But to be able to produce something like that, to manipulate people's emotions, because what you're doing when you write a song is, you're thinking, right, what is it that I want people to take from this? Do I want it to be, a death metal song and I want people to be angry, or am I going to write an emotional love song that's going to make people feel happy and nice and all sorts of things? So when you write a song, you're trying to create emotion, from nothing, and create it to manipulate people's emotions to get the emotional response that you want. So though I use the word manipulate, which tends to be a negative word, in this case it's not a negative word. That is the whole purpose. And that's just I'm struggling for words. It's just overwhelming, I think. I'm sure if that was just on in the background, or if it was on TV and I wasn't really, I'd watch it and I go, oh, that looks good. But if you're inside and you're there, and like I say, the world kind of tends to disappear when I do these things. It's just me and the video kind of thing. If you're in that, it's like drowning in this massive wall of emotion. So before this video started, I said, I'm sort of predisposed to like this. Doesn't matter, I don't think. I think anyone, even if you're not, I think watching that, you have to take something from that. That was so well done and so well put together. So I wrote, at the beginning I was writing a few things down, and then I forgot to write things down because I was too focused. First thing is, obviously the Tales of the Destinies bit. What an amazing piece of music that is. I mean, very Dream Theater, but people had said in the comments, it's not just my opinion. It's not like I just thought about myself. People had said in the comments that the big Dream Theater fans, and it was kind of, it's almost made to be like Dream Theater, and spot on. But also, what an amazing and totally entertaining show. I think sometimes people criticize Babymetal for it being a show. But why? Why can't you have a show? What difference does it make? I went to go to see Les Miserables in the theatre in London, and that's a show, and you get this emotional feeling from it, and great, that's what entertaining is supposed to be. It's what entertainment is supposed to be, I meant to say. So yeah, it's clearly made to be a show, and what an amazing show it is. I cried when I went to see Les Miserables too. They're all professional beyond belief. They are, without a doubt, world class. I think I would rather see them in a setting like that, in a very large stadium or an enormous sort of arena, than at a festival, to be honest. They're coming to Download Festival, but the problem with going to see them at Download is I'll have to put up with everything else that will be at Download, including all the people and the mud and terrible expensive food and life-threatening toilets. Not a big festival goer. But I think because their show is such a show, I think I would rather see them in a, like I say, in an arena setting. And luckily, living in England, everyone comes here eventually, so that they'll probably be here at some point in the future. But yeah, professional beyond belief, world class. Like I say, world class. So I can remember back in the day, back in the 80s and whenever, or right up to now, if you go and see Iron Maiden play, they're brilliant. Live, fantastic. You get this huge show, special effects, laser beams, people, monsters walking onto the stage, and big backdrop and superb sound and all of that sort of thing. And people go to see Iron Maiden, expect that, because they go for all of the music and the show, and it's just the same. So people, I'm going back to the show thing, so people saying it's just a show, well, isn't it all really? There's bands out there who just come on in their jeans and t-shirt and just play, and some of those are brilliant, and that's good because that's who they are. And then there are other bands like Nightwish, Iron Maiden, who you go to see and it's a big show, and that's good too. So why can't they be? They fit just in where they fit. They fit where they fit. So saying that you can't say somebody's wrong for doing that. I'm just babbling now. I'm just talking. That was amazing. And maybe I shouldn't even upload this because I'm going to lose all of my heavy metal cool. Who cares? I don't have any heavy metal cool. So thanks for watching. This has been very, very long video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed bits of it at least. And maybe I'll see you in the next one. I don't know when the next Babymetal video will be. Not for a while because this one's kind of worn me out. But yeah, I'll see you soon. And Junichi, good luck translating all of that. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry for talking so much. See you soon. Bye bye.